Hi everyone, welcome back to NovelsNook. If you're new here, my name is Victoria, and for today's video I am doing the Thank You Next book tag. If you guys are interested in book tags, book hauls, and anything book related, make sure you guys like and subscribe and keep on watching. The Thank You Next book tag was made from This Story Ain't Over. You can check out her channel as well. I'll leave the original video link down below. I was going through BookTube last night watching a whole bunch of different videos. I came across this video. I thought it was absolutely a great idea. I love Ariana Grande. I love her music, so I just thought this would be a great tag for me. So let's get started. The first question is, name a book that you said thank you next to. So a book that you DNF'd. For this one, I'm gonna have to go with Any Second by Kevin Emerson. I started this book, I'm on page 119. Wow, actually I got a lot farther than I thought I did, but it just slowed down and I kind of lost interest, so I've shelved it. I'm not saying I won't ever come back to it, but if you guys watch my reading vlogs the past few months, you know I did decide to just sit this down and read other books, and this is what I've DNF'd. This is the only book I've DNF'd so far, so this is the one I'm saying thank you next to. So the next three questions you can answer together, you can answer separately. I've answered separately just so I can talk about more books. 1, name a book that's taught you love. I went with Red, White, and Royal Blue. I just finished reading this. I love this book. If you've checked out my reading vlog, you'll know I love the relationship between Alex and Henry. This has become my all-time favorite book of forever. I love this book and the romance and the love. It's just so sweet and just so passionate, and they're just so adorable and sweet, and oh my god, it was all about love, and I just thought this book was perfect. And it's my favorite, so I just had to mention it, of course. It's One Taught You Love, One Taught You Patience, so name a book that's taught you about patience. This book I don't think I've ever talked about on my channel. This is the $64 Tomato by William Alexander. First of all, great name. This is a kind of non-fiction book that I bought and was interested in it because it had a giant ass tomato, but what it's really about is this man getting the perfect garden. It says how one man nearly lost his insanity, spent a fortune, and endured an existential crisis in the quest for the perfect garden. It was so funny to read this book and see him try to get the perfect garden, and he had so many ups and downs and it was so funny. But I think this is a really good one for patience, because throughout the entire book, like, he had to be patient, and it was really interesting to see how that was tested. His patience was tested in all the ups and downs and the obstacles he had to go through to get the perfect garden. I didn't think I would like this because it's, you know, I'm really into like the fiction and the romance and stuff like that, but this was really fascinating to read. And I had gone through a period of my life where I was like, I want a garden, and I was like, yes, but it's actually a lot of work, and it was really funny. I think the comedy really helped in the sense of humor he had in really doing his garden and interacting with his family. So this is a really good read, and if anyone's read this, let me know in the comments below, because I thought it was really interesting. 1 taught me love, 1 taught me patience, 1 taught me pain. So name a book that's taught you about pain. This would be They Both Die at the End. I loved this book. Again, this is another one of my favorite books I've ever read. It really taught me about pain. First of all, the title really instantly gets you anxious and really paranoid for the ending, because you're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And I think throughout this entire book, it hurts more because you see them develop the relationship, Mateo and Rufus. You kind of see their relationship build, and you know it's going to be painful at the end because they both die at the end. And I think this is just a wonderful book, and it's so adorable. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so the next question is, name a book that you loved while reading it, but now like you're just kind of not into it, but like you've still kind of got something from it. And I'm gonna say All the Bright Places. I've talked about this before, how I really liked it now, or then when I was reading it, but now I'm just like, about it. So this story of a boy called Finch and a girl named Violet, I really like surprises and plot twists, and the supposed plot twist I think was really expected. I just thought I would feel way more emotions. I was told, like, you're gonna cry, this is the saddest book you've ever read, and I think my expectations were so high that now I was just like, wow, I really didn't meet those. But one of the great things you do learn from this book is, you know, suicide. You learn more about mental illness. You learn a lot about the whole culture of mental health, with that, which I think is really nice representation, which is something you get out of it. But in the end, it was just, I think, way more hyped, and I was kind of let down. But it's still a good book. I'm not saying I'm like totally bashing on this book, because I'm not, but I just think my expectations were too high and they weren't met. The next question is name a book that you have the hots for, that you're talking to, which I think is so funny. I'm gonna go with this book. This is Again But Better, and I'm currently reading this book, so I thought, well, this is the perfect kind of one to answer this question. I'm really not sure if I have the hots for it yet, because I'm only on page like 21. I'm liking it so far. It's really cute. There's probably gonna be a relationship between Shane and Pilot, I'm hoping, but it's so cute, and it's such a good story for me to be reading right now while I'm in college, and it's really fascinating so far, and I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, let's hope I continue to like it. I don't DNF it like any second. My god. The last question is name a book that's gonna last, like the book of you. So the book that's helped you love yourself a little bit more. This one was really hard. This is Falling Into Place. I don't say that it happens to like make me love myself a little bit more, but it's about this girl gets into an accident, but they really realize she's had this planned all along to actually crash her car, make it look like an accident, but I think she was really trying to end her life. And I think it just puts a lot of value on human life and how important we are, and you get to see all of the people come together in the hospital, because she really thought she had no one, and you get to see there's a lot more people that care about you than you actually think. And I think it doesn't help me love myself more, but I think it just helps me like love the idea of life more and how precious life is. I think this is a good book. If you haven't read it, you should check it out. That was the Thank You Next book tag, and the last question is essentially just to tag people in it. But if you haven't done this, I definitely think you should watch the original book tag as well, and also try this tag out for yourself. And if you do, let me know on Twitter at NovelsNook that you did it so I can check it out, or just leave a comment down below, because I love this tag. I think it's absolutely amazing, original, interesting, and fun, so you guys should do it as well. If you guys like this video, let me know in the comments below. Thank you. Next book. Met. Why is that such a weird word? Jesus Christ. I need a new way.